You were mentioning the Ukraine Russia thing. I need someone to explain to me why I care about Ukraine's borders. I got to tell you, I don't give a fuck. Ukraine never enters my mind. I don't know what they do over there. I don't care what they do over there.
I'm with you on this. So like Joe Biden's policy so far appears to be keep your powder dry, threaten sanctions so that you still have them, right? Don't just do it preemptively. And if Russia does something bad, we're going to try to make their life tough economically. And if we do that, they might do more bad things, and then it can escalate. We can start a whole new Cold War. We've taken 8,500 troops and notified them that they might be about to be deployed to Ukraine. I think I have that right. It's a comedy show. Be careful about your news. But it looks like Joe Biden wants to defend Ukraine, and you kind of don't want Russia to expand and take out Ukraine. I don't know this for sure, but I'm pretty sure Trump's policy would have been, I don't give a fuck. You know, like
desire to take this land.
Step out of the way. Like,
let's
hey,
split it.
maybe we split it.
Dude,
Suggest that perhaps America could do the same south of our border.
If Trump's take was like, look, let's fucking split it. You come in from the east, we'll come in from the west. We'll meet in the middle. Fucking bro out. Fuck these Ukrainians. And like, what would the reaction be?
Okay, honestly, that one, selfishly, being able to travel that far from the U.S. without a passport for vacation would be that'd be pretty nice.
Those Ukrainian ladies aren't looking so bad now, are they?
No. It depends on their age.
Yeah, I didn't know.
No,
I feel like it's either supermodel or like 5'1", like hunchback pushing a wheelbarrow full of carrots or something.
It's one of those two.
I picture them all looking like Melania.
Oh, is she Ukrainian?
She's Slovenian, I believe.
That's pretty close. That's in the same.
Yeah, that's close enough.
Yeah, it's in the same. Yeah. That's in the same. Mix them up. That's how Eastern Europeans. Eastern Europeans would agree. We're all about the same. There are huge ethnic and cultural divides everywhere.
They have a long A.
I was in a call with like a Canadian and a European and maybe an Australian today, and someone mentioned something about geography, and I was like, look, I'm gonna be real with you. They don't teach us geography here, at least not in high school, and that's where I went. So I'll be real. I don't know what the capital of your country is. So when you you really lost me here. And this was the Canadian I was talking to, because I can never remember what the fucking capital of Canada is, and I got to ask. Am I the only one here who doesn't, right off the bat, know the capital of Canada?
I only know.
Who here?
I can name some major cities.
I want a show of hands. Who here knows the capital
I'd have to Google.
Of Canada?
I know the capital because I follow hockey.
Okay, so I don't know the capital, but I will guess.
No, Woody, go through the Canadian hockey team names and you will know.
Well, there's more than one.
There's Toronto,
Maple Leafs.
Montreal,
Canadians,
Vancouver,
Canucks,
Ottawa.
I don't know. What the fuck is the Ottawa?
The Senators, the Ottawa Senators. Yeah, that's the only.
The Ottawa capital?
That is
the only one I didn't know. I was about to say the Capitals, but the Washington are the Capitals.
Yes,
that'd be confusing if there were the Canadian Capitals
and like to those of you, I'm sure there's some like German listening to the show who's like, I know the capitals to dozens and dozens of countries, but like. Where they really don't teach us any of that shit. Like we spend entire years on like the Civil War. Like I think there was an entire year of history where we learned nothing but like the Civil War, and then there was another entire year where we learned nothing but like the Revolutionary
fucking
War.
Years of American history in high school and
high
school and middle school.
Dude, it's great.
The Civil War over and
our country's only 200 years old. We spent 4 years learning about that 200.
My dad tells me stories of him as a kid in England having to learn all of the kings and queens of England all the way back.
That sucks. Like, man, young country privilege right there.
American history is the best subject because by the time you're like in early high school, you cannot pay attention at all, and you already know enough to get a C. You're just starting there.
Maybe you guys had different experiences. every single American history class was like, you cover the revolution, then you skip 70, 80 years. I don't know anything that happened between 1776 and the Civil War. I couldn't tell you one fucking thing. Maybe the cotton gin, but they never covered that period. It was just 100%. And then they signed the Declaration, freedom, slavery.
Can I interrupt you?
Like,
I watched Alexander Hamilton live, wondering, does he become president?
I got one for you. I learned about
Hamilton.
I learned about the War of 1812 in the year 2012. Like they just didn't teach us that shit. They didn't teach, because that's the one where like they came back and burnt the White House down. Right. So they just gloss over that whole event. I'm not even sure what we were fighting over.
World War
I thought
One.
we were undefeated. That sounds like we took a loss.
Yeah, World War One. I don't know. Like, aside from like stuff I've done on my own, reading about it, don't know shit about World War One. Spanish American War. Couldn't tell you what that was over.
I don't even know who was in it.
That's for the Alamo, right? Is that for the Alamo? Or?
I think that is the Alamo.
That was a good one.
Yeah,
there's some good movies about that.
Even then, I think of Alamo even is the brand of beer Hank Hill drinks.
Well, it is.
Yeah, but even more so than remember the Alamo.
Well, what I'm getting at is the rest of you educated youths throughout the world. You're gonna have to forgive us and ease up a little bit.
Dude, that would be kind of a funny game, and it'd be really embarrassing to try and list the capitals of European countries. I couldn't do it.
It'd be funny for like the first 4 misses, and then it would just be miss.
My geography is on the level that I attempt to write Australia, autocorrect to Austria, and go with it.
Yeah. Hitler was Australian. You know, these G's running around, you know, something that's got to be done, you know. It's like this. Oh, Austrian.
Yeah.
Sending kangaroos after people.
It's quite embarrassing playing EU4 on stream, which is a map of the world, and I'm like, that's there. That was like really good for geography. That's better geography that I gotten for all of my education.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate because I think my best history teacher was in the 10th grade because he went off script. I felt like he taught things that he was passionate about. I think I've talked about him before. He's the one that like taught us about the Peloponnesian War and the whole thing, the Spartans and the gates of Thermopylae and all that stuff. It got me really passionate about that. So when the movie came out, the Zack Snyder movie, I was like, oh, historical Spartan movie, awesome. And it came out, it was all wild and crazy with monsters and stuff. But I thought that was just as cool. But I don't know. Most of my history was American history, and anything else that I know literally came from the fucking History Channel. I remember we didn't even start World War II until like the 11th grade, and everybody was blown away that I knew who all the Axis powers were. And it was like, who the fuck are you people? You've never watched the History Channel? And there's like no one there had ever
that
seen
information has since been deleted from your brain in favor of details from 80s movies.
I mean, do you want to know more about Predator, or would you like?
Have you ever taken those like it's like I think Sporkle's the website, and it does like quizzes and stuff, and they have ones for geography where it'll be like, I'll build my confidence, I'll do the U.S. states because I know all those, and then you go to the world, and I like try and give myself like an area bonus of like, all right, United States, that's pretty big. Canada, that's a huge portion of the map we just knocked off, boys. All right, Russia, China, Australia, Italy, Germany, France, UK, Ireland, something else is in there. All right, now we wait. Mexico, South America, what's going? The long one's Chile. The big one's Brazil.
Have you ever watched that?
South somewhere.
Cuba.
You ever watched any of his streamers? They'll do the geofinding like game. I can't remember, where they'll get like a picture, and they'll be like, yeah, it's definitely Sweden. I'm like, what? I don't even know where fucking Sweden is on a map. How can you tell it's Sweden from a picture of a road with a road sign? It just blows my mind sometimes.
Oh, I've lucked out in that game. I played it on stream like a year ago, a couple times, and it's fun.
I'm not doing it.
I remember one time easily, like I was like in the middle of some like Eastern European or some Nordic country. I thought it was Eastern European. And then like just by happenstance, I like click into an intersection and there's just like a guy wearing a t-shirt with the Swedish flag on it. And I was like,
Oh,
yes, yes. Once again, hockey. That's the only way I would know.